Hi friends, it's Reverend Ben. This is your weekly video. The deadline for submitting announcements to this video is Monday at 9 a.m. It's helpful if you email me with the word video in the subject line. I'm going to invite you to take 3 deep breaths with me after I read our chalice lighting from our gray hymnal, number 723. It's written by Norb Chopek. I've been thinking about him a lot since I'm traveling to Prague next week to preach at Unitaria. This is the Flower Communion Prayer. In the name of Providence, which implants in the seed the future of the flower, and in our hearts the longing for people to live in harmony. In the name of the Highest, in whom we move, and who makes the mother and father, the brother and sister, lover and loner, what they are. In the name of sages and great religious leaders, who sacrifice their lives to hasten the coming of the age of mutual respect. Let us renew our resolution, sincerely, to be real siblings, regardless of any kind of bar which estranges us from one another. In this holy resolve, may we be strengthened, knowing that we are God's family, that one Spirit, the Spirit of love, unites us, and endeavor for a more perfect and more joyful life. Amen. We can take 3 deep breaths together if you'd like. Let's breathe in and let it out. You can breathe in and let it go. Once more in, you can make a little noise this time if you want. When you let it out. Now, each week we appreciate an individual or a team that has done extraordinary work towards our mission. The nominating committee and I want to recognize, in particular, John Motter and Kelly Patton. These are two of the people who have served as board members and officers who fulfilled their full terms, at least 2 years in the case of board members. Thank you, John. Thank you, Kelly. We have a lot going on this week. On Wednesday, I'm recording this on Tuesday, so hopefully you see this in time. On Wednesday, the Snowbird Covenant Group is at 2 p.m. The new member Covenant Group is at 4. On Friday, the Sunset Supper always needs volunteers. Email Sabina to get on the email list. I should show you what I'm wearing for my shirt too, because also on Wednesday it's Lucinda's and my month anniversary. We celebrate the 26th of every month, not content to just celebrate our anniversary, which is May 26th. Lucinda, if you're watching this, I love you and thank you for making my life so spectacular. Anyway, back to church stuff. On Saturday, there's still room in the spiritual formation. That's spiritual with 2 U's. Janae Johnson's class. If you missed the first one and you want to attend, you can still attend. Please email re@uustpete.org. Then that's in the morning at 3 p.m. on Saturday. The Ostara celebration that you've heard so much about will take place. Contact the Covenant for UU Pagans for the location and details. That brings us to Sunday. It's probably the longest and most cryptic title I've written for a worship service. It's called Slow Change, Lasting Gains, Moving at the Speed of Church. But then there's a parentheses. So moving at the speed of church, parentheses, this is chicken. Church is chicken. I'll explain it all when you get there. Danny Bly is going to be my worship associate. Really looking forward to working with them. It is Tim Berneman's final Sunday. We had a tearful goodbye for John and James last Sunday, and this Sunday, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to our amazing accompanist. Liam, as many of you know, Liam Dunn has been hired as the music coordinator, and we're going to get to see a sneak preview of Liam's skills. He's going to be playing the postlude, but it'll be Tim and I doing the music, doing most of the music. I heard Kermit the Frog might make an appearance for the prelude at Tim's request. Following the worship service from noon to 2, the racial justice team invites you to learn about, identify, and respond to microaggressions. That'll be in Conway Hall. After worship mingles, tickets will be sold for example, next Friday, an hour of bliss featuring live piano meditation, then mutts and mimosas celebrating dogs and those who love them, the 4th annual kid-friendly garden party, and of course, my birthday party on May 31st. That's a Saturday. And we have how many? We have 14 tickets left out of 15. Grab tickets while you can after the service or online. We have sold out for the poetry soiree and the rooftop party, so that's very exciting. My office hours are Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 10 to 3. I would like to talk with you and meet with you during those hours. If those hours don't work for you, we'll figure out another time. I will be in Europe next week, going to Prague, like I said. I'll be gone April 3rd through 11th, so I think I'll have time to record one more video before I go. Of course, when we extinguish a chalice flame, that's when we get to ignite it inside ourselves. I believe that flame inside us is an unquenchable flame. Let's keep it going till we see each other again. Blessings, everyone, and I hope you remember you're not alone.